I uploaded a video the other day. It was a reaction to Bryce Vine's American Dream. I will link this video down below. Not the video I made, but the actual music video to this song, because the images and the message being presented is what is important. I had the video. I did a reaction with the video, the entire song. It lasted maybe 30 minutes and it was blocked worldwide. I have zero clue why. I have done videos playing music in it before. It's never been blocked worldwide, so I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't know. It's odd to me that that happened, though. So, this is going to be me giving my reaction to the video and linking the video below so you can go enjoy it and watch it for yourself. I do want to say up front, I'm a huge fan of Bryce Vine and his music. It is all like good vibes music. It's all like positive motivation. There's real, and then there's real stuff in this music. He's a storyteller. So go listen to Bryce Vine though. Sunflower Seeds, Sour Patch Kids, I Miss You a Little, On the Ball, I'm Not Alright, Glamorama. I mean, I could list you 20 songs right here, very likely, that this guy has put out that's beautiful. So, enough plugging Bryce Vine. Let's get into this. So, the music video is called American Dream. And it is so beautiful what he does, because it's essentially like he does not go out of his way to shit on America. He just presents images and a message in the song, and he leaves it there. Now, if you really look for the deeper meaning in that song, it's amazing. So I'm going to explain it to you very momentarily and then go into it. So essentially, at the very beginning of it, it shows, he says, why go to Paris for the summer? America's better. I heard they have gold in the streets. And it shows a huge homeless camp. So what is that saying? Like, really think about that. Like, he's saying, I heard there's gold in the streets. And he's showing an image of homeless people in a tent. He shows Joe Exotic. He shows children wearing... they're going to block my video, so I can't even say it. But he shows children wearing... You get what I mean? People forcing it. And then connect the dot with the forcing of this. It's not just America, though. This is this song. This song, when I first heard it and saw it, and even now when I'm listening to it, it legitimately, literally sounds like I wrote this song. Like, these are things I have said, words I have spoke. He shows the Island Boys on there. My main holdup is the American Dream thing, though, even though, hey, dude, America needs to get called out for the fake shit that it presents to the world. But this is prevalent everywhere. Prevalent everywhere. And he says this one line in this song, like he shows the Island Boys. Essentially what he's doing is he's just showing, hey, this is what you guys focus on. This is what you spend time on. This is what you give energy to. This is what you want to become. You want to become so fake and just go along with the crowd and fit into society that this is what we've got. And there is I wish I could react to this so you could listen to it and see it, and then I could point it out. But there's lines in there that the best line in pretty much ever that I have heard is, I met God outside of a gun range. She looked me in the eye and asked me for change. That line right there alone, we could talk about that line for minutes and minutes and minutes. This song's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 420, and legitimately under 3 minutes, 2 minutes 40 seconds, and I could talk about this video for an hour. That's how ridiculously well made it is. This kid has put together something so brilliant and so genius that we could talk about this for over an hour, for 3 minutes of a song and images. But I met God outside a gun range. She looked me in the eye and asked me for change. So how are you looking at that? How are you looking at that? Are you looking at that face value that met God outside of a gun range, like disguised in the form of a homeless person asking for change? Go a little bit deeper. Go a little bit deeper with that. So the gun range thing, and this could just be me reading into it too much, and maybe dude Bryce Vaughn was like, yeah, I just meant like disguised as a homeless person looking for change, brother. You're going too deep with it. I don't believe so, though. So really think about this. The gun range. He made it a point to say gun range. He could have said anything here. He could have said a liquor store. He could have said a club, but he made it specific to say gun range. He made it specific to say she, kind of like breaking out of the perception of what God is, you know, a male, because God would be encompassed with masculine and feminine. God would not solely be male or female. It would be encompassed. All would be encompassed within. So that's so fucking brilliant, because he's just like, yeah, she asked me for change. So God outside of the gun range, she asked me for change. It's so brilliant. That is so brilliant. That bar right there is just so brilliant, dude. It is so brilliant. I cannot say this enough. It is genius, because the idea of God that is going on here is like this tyrannical asshole, and you're getting judged, and people get so sick of this version of God that they rebel against it. And this is the catastrophe we have went through. This is exactly what happened. There has been a false presentation of God presented to you in this world, and the majority believes that this is a tyrannical asshole that's judging you, like going to send you to heaven or hell, and then so it's beautiful, because like all God really wants is change. Wants you to change the way you look at yourself, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat other people, the way you view the world and what's important to you. That's all God wants. God wants you to change in that manner, and then God wants you to be yourself and trust it. Trust yourself. So that is the most beautifully profound lyric or bar or whatever you want to say here that I have heard in a very long time. I would even say that this is one of the most prolific and important songs of our generation, truthfully. Because if you could, like, please go listen to this and watch this video, and you will understand me going on for 8 minutes right now, and we haven't even went over the whole entire song. It's just, I cannot do it justice. Like, you'll have to go watch it, because I do not like doing this. I would have liked to put the song in here and done it. And there's another verse in there. He says, are we so far gone that we should stop the redemption song? It's just so brilliant. And throughout this video, he's showing, like, he truly is putting in your face, like, hey, this is what you look up to. This is what you put on a pedestal. He says something in there, and he's like, yeah, the American dream is like a foreign car that you can only afford with a credit card and all this. And it just hits home to, this is what people, in their mind, they have got this built up. That's what they, like, just give me a bunch of money and I'll be happy from that. Well, what happens when you receive a bunch of money and you're not happy from that? Because you're essentially trying to make, I think if you have your mind right and you accept and love yourself and you are your true self, money would greatly benefit you beyond anything. Like, you shouldn't look at it. You should understand what money is. Money is nothing more than a tool used to enjoy the experience more. That's it. That's all money is. Money's not. Here's the issue. People put money up here and put like love and like connection, compassion, kindness, inner peace and stuff down here, and think this money's going to get that, when it's the opposite. This will get that. Not this will get that. So the main thing you want to focus on is inner peace, self-love, being good with yourself, and cutting everything out, which means there's no judgment, no bitterness, none of this. Once you've done that, money will help greatly, because then you will understand what money is, and you won't put money up on a pedestal thinking that money and material objects is what's going to validate you, verify you in any way, shape, or form, going to bring you any happiness beyond what it's for, and complete you. It's not. So what I would suggest is get good with yourself, because money won't give you confidence. You can say, well, that's bullshit, brother, because I know money would give me confidence, yeah. It won't bring you happiness. But if you're already happy and have confidence, money will, you see? But you have to look at it the proper way. I do not want anyone to ever watch me and think that I'm speaking negatively about money, like money's evil and it's bad, because it's not. Money is not bad. It's a beautiful thing, and you can use it properly and what it's really for, not looking at it like anything else other than, yeah, dude, I got some money, I can go have fun, and it's nothing more than that. So you just have to pretty much get your vision right. Get your fucking mind and vision together. The foreign car thing, I'm just telling you guys, man, I would not, and I'm not judging anyone. Like, you do whatever, God bless you, for real. That's the goal. Like, you do whatever makes you happy, I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm not judging you, I don't give a shit. But just for an example, let's just say I had $333 million in my bank account right now. I wouldn't go out and get a foreign car. Like, the way that this is presented, like a Lamborghini, a Ferrari. I'm going to tell you the cars I would go out and buy right now. I would go out and get a Dodge Challenger. I would go out and get a Ford Raptor. And I would just be like, here, pick out an SUV, a car, anything you want. That's it. I wouldn't go get a mansion. I'd go get like a 5-bedroom house with a swimming pool and a jacuzzi. Like, I don't want money to define me. I don't want money or material objects to define me. What I want is, or define me. What I want is me to be known as like a good person that actually cares about people, that does not put up with people's bullshit, but will not argue with you or judge you or anything. I just move on. I try to talk to you. If you can't handle it or accept it, I just move on. But I tried to help. Like, I want to be known as a person that any person in any background can come and talk to and have a legitimate heart-to-heart connection and conversation with. That's all I want to be known for. So, don't get me wrong, I'd be very, 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 very... $333 million sounds amazing, but, like, I'm very grateful for that, thank you. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't use that to define me. Like, I would not get my identity caught up in money. I would keep it the way it is, just... You see what I mean? That's, in my opinion, that's what you have to get your mind to. And he's showing the prevalency of obesity. He's showing the prevalency of people getting on the internet, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, and showing, like, making a fool out of themselves for attention. And this is the society we live in. Now, you can disconnect from the internet and live in the real world, and you probably won't see 90 to 95% of the stupid stuff you see online in the real world, depending where you live. But what the mainstream and core of society that's getting presented to you through news, social media, etc., is a fairy tale. It's a delusion. It's depending upon how you want to look at it, they're either taking the worst of the worst and putting it in your face and telling you to pay attention to this, or, even worse, they just make up shit completely or manipulate situations, which has been brought to light that happens. So both are true. Which way are you going to look at it? That's the way I look at it. Now, it's just so insane to me And again, I'm not judging. If you want this, if you want that type of life and that's truly you at the core of you, God bless you. Do it. Do it. Like, if that's what you really, really want, and that's what you're really, really about, do it. My only thing to you is, I know the real you a lot better than you do, and you may think I'm completely full of shit and arrogant and egotistical or deluded for thinking that I know you better than you know yourself. But I know you pretty fucking well, and I know that that is not you. You trying to fit into something, to be something you're not, to fit in, to get validation from other people by making a complete fool of yourself is not really you. So he shows people getting plastic surgery and the devastation of it, and that's just, to me, it is just so, it just proves to me that people are just so disenchanted with themselves that they are so disenchanted with themselves, their bodies, that they would rather do this. Like, they would rather pretend to be something they're not, to fit into something, and get plastic surgery and change every authentic thing about themselves to fit into something. And it's sad, in my opinion. I mean, it's sad. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because, again, this would have been so much more simple if I could actually react with the video. It's just the imagery in that video is so amazing, and so it shows Jeff Bezos, it shows Joe Biden about to fall off of, I mean, it's just hilarious, the things they show in the video. And he does it in such a way too that it's just like, he presents it, he doesn't even talk shit, he just presents it, and it's like, what do you think of this? This is what's going on. And again, it does sound exactly like I wrote that song. There's several songs and movies out that it just sound, it looks and feels to me like it's, I don't know. But go watch this video. Go listen to this song and tell me that this does not hit home. And then another thing, I'm going to end this. He says twice, I met God outside of a gun range. Well, actually, he says, it's all wrong. You're telling me it's all wrong. Fuck, I forgot that part. Met God outside of the gun range. She looked at me now and asked me for change. He says that twice. But then at the end, he says, I met God. She looked me in the eye and told me that I was insane. She said, the good die young, but for you, it's too late. You have to die before you die to live fully. So please go watch this video. It is so brilliant. Like, I don't want to overhype this. I don't want to overhype this and then someone go watch it and be like, dude, you overhyped that so much that it wasn't even that good, honestly, like I expected. So I'm trying not to overhype it, but Jesus Christ, man. I've not heard a bad Bryce Vine song. I have not heard a bad Bryce Vine song. Have not. So please listen to Bryce Vine. The dude is so underrated, it's disgusting, honestly. Unless he wants it that way. I don't know, maybe he's one of these guys. It's like, I don't want to be like hugely successful and popular. I just like putting music out, and then it is what it is. Like, I don't want to be that. And props to him if that's the case. But in the off chance that that's not the case, this dude is so underrated. It's disturbing, it's disgusting, and I don't understand why. I do not understand why. So go check out Bryce Vine. It's a game of form in the play of life. I'm me talking to you. This is what we do. We create illusions. We have an experience. We tell stories. We snap out of it, wake up, die before we die. You don't die. To fully live in the truth. So, I love you. Wake up.